Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 6th June. A journey through time of 6th June 2025, Friday. Today's, that is 6th June's, highlights in history. 1654. Swedish Queen Christina abdicated her throne in favor of her cousin Charles Gustav and converted to Catholicism. 1674. Shivaji is crowned as the first Chhatrapati of the Maratha Empire at Raigad Fort. 1762. In the Seven Years' War, British forces began the siege of Havana and temporarily captured the city. 1813. The Battle of Stony Creek, considered a critical turning point in the War of 1812, a British force of 700 under John Vincent defeats an American force twice its size under William Winder and John Chandler. 1822. Alexis Saint Martin is accidentally shot in the stomach, leading to William Beaumont's studies on digestion. 1832. The June Rebellion in Paris is put down by the National Guard. 1844. The Young Men's Christian Association YMCA is founded in London. 1859. Queensland is established as a separate colony from New South Wales. The date is still celebrated as Queensland Day. 1862. The First Battle of Memphis, a naval engagement fought on the Mississippi, results in the capture of Memphis, Tennessee, by Union forces from the Confederates. 1882. The Shuan forces of Menelik II of Ethiopia defeat the Gojame army in the Battle of Imbabo. The Swans capture Negus, Tekle, Hayamanath of Gojam, and their victory leads to a Shuan hegemony over the territories south of the Abbey River. 1889. The Great Seattle Fire destroys all of downtown Seattle. 1892. The Chicago L elevated rail system begins operation. 1894. Governor Davis H. Wade orders the Colorado State Militia to protect and support the miners engaged in the Cripple Creek miners' strike. 1912. The eruption of Nova Rupta in Alaska begins. It's the largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. 1918. Battle of Belleau Wood in World War I. The US Marine Corps suffers its worst single day's casualty while attempting to recapture the wood at Chateau Thierry. The losses are exceeded at the Battle of Tarawa in November 1943. 1925. The original Chrysler Corporation was founded by Walter Chrysler from the remains of the Maxwell Motor Company. 1933. The first drive-in theater opens in Camden, New Jersey. 1934. New Deal. US President Franklin D. Roosevelt signs the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 into law, establishing the US Securities and Exchange Commission. 1942. The United States Navy's victory over the Imperial Japanese Navy at the Battle of Midway is a major turning point in the Pacific theater of World War II. All four Japanese fleet carriers taking part, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, are sunk, as is the heavy cruiser Mikuma. The American carrier Yorktown and the destroyer Haman are also sunk. 1944. Commencement of Operation Overlord. the Allied invasion of Normandy with the execution of Operation Neptune, commonly referred to as D-Day, the largest seaborne invasion in history. Nearly 160,000 Allied troops crossed the English Channel with about 5,000 landing and assault craft, 289 escort vessels, and 277 minesweepers participating. By the end of the day, the Allies have landed on 5 invasion beaches and are pushing inland. 1944 Capture of the Caen Canal and Orne River bridges by Allied paratroopers, also known as Operation Coup de Main, incorrectly referred to as Operation Death Stick. 1966 March Against Fear. American African American civil rights activist James Meredith is wounded in an ambush by white sniper James Aubrey Novelle. Meredith and Norwell are photographed by Jack R. Thornell, whose photo will receive the 1967 Pulitzer Prize in Photography, the last one to be awarded in the category. 1971 Soyuz 11 is launched. The mission ends in disaster when all 3 cosmonauts, George Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov, and Viktor Patsiev, are suffocated by uncontrolled decompression of the capsule during re-entry on 29th June. 1971 US Airways Flight 706 collides with the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II of the United States Marine Corps over the San Gabriel Mountains, killing 50. 1975 British referendum results in continued membership of the European Economic Community with 60% of votes in favor. 1976 Chief Minister of Sabah Ford Stevens, Peter Joyner Mongenetin, and several other politicians are killed in a plane crash near Kota Kinabalu International Airport in Malaysia. 1982 The Lebanon War begins. Forces under Israeli Defense Minister Ariel Sharon invade southern Lebanon during Operation Peace for the Galilee, eventually reaching as far north as the capital Beirut. 1985 The grave of Wolfgang Gerhard is opened in Embu, Brazil. The exhumed remains are later proven to be those of Joseph Mengele, Auschwitz's Angel of Death. Mengele is thought to have drowned while swimming in February 1979. 1992 Copa Airlines Flight 201 breaks apart in mid-air and crashes into the Darien Gap in Panama, killing all 47 aboard. 1993 Pantselmagan Orchard wins the first presidential election in Mongolia. 1994 China Northwest Airlines Flight 2303 crashes near Zhanyang International Airport, killing all 160 people on board. 2002 Eastern Mediterranean event. A near-Earth asteroid estimated at 10 meters in diameter explodes over the Mediterranean Sea between Greece and Libya. The explosion is estimated to have a force of 26 kilotons, slightly more powerful than the Nagasaki atomic bomb. 2017 Syrian Civil War. The Battle of Raqqa begins with an offensive by the Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF) to capture the city from the Islamic State of the Iraq and Levant (ISIL). 2023 Destruction of the Kakhovka Dam during the Russo-Ukrainian War. 2024 The launch of SpaceX Starship Integrated Flight Test 4 IFT-4. Your daily days of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel.